Can't hear.
No idea.
Oh,
there we go. Oh, g'day. Hey everyone, how you going? Welcome to what I think is the first NoPixel panel, so thank you for coming along. My name's Pez. I'm not only a role player, I'm one of the admins on the server, on the whitelist. I play Pez Speedwagon. Just working across, feel free to, you can clap for me or ignore me, but you can feel free to clap for any one of these go along, each person introduce themselves and say who they play along with. Yeah. Ross.
Yeah, my name's... Is it working? Hello?
Can we hit the mic?
Should I just yell?
Yes, yell.
Joe, my name's Brooks.
My name is Solikefs. I roleplay a character called Junior Meats in BBMC.
Hello, I'm Zed. I roleplay Edbert in BBMC.
Hi, I'm Ali. I play Amelia Frost and also Sisty from 2.0, so yeah.
Hey guys, I'm Lozdog. I play Lilith Iha of the HOA, Scissor's daughter.
Hi everyone, I'm Chandra Vipade and I play Mari McKay of the HOA.
Jack Hutto, play the hottest mechanic and the hottest bloke in the city, Shane Powers from Seaside.
Mate.
Fuck the BBMC.
So we got asked to come along and do the NoPixel panel for PAX. I don't think there's actually been a NoPixel panel before, so I didn't plan it because it's all improv. So we're gonna this is gonna be a shit show, just normally like half of our role play. But during the show, if you want to go onto Twitter, if you have any clips, because we're going to try to show some of the best of clips throughout the panel from 3.0 and back to 2.0. So if you want to, if you have any clips you want to share,
Mine's just
use
ERP,
hashtag, use hashtag NoPixelPax AU. So is anyone here that doesn't know what NoPixel is? I can't see your hands, but give me a yell if you don't know what NoPixel is. So
Wow.
2 people. All right, well we've prepared a trailer for you 2 people to understand what NoPixel is. Alright. I don't have access again, you've blocked me off.
Good start.
Well, this is a great start. There we go. Most of you have already seen this, but for anyone watching, anybody watching on the Twitch channel right now, this was the launch trailer for 3.0.
Welcome to the long-awaited NoPixel 3.0. A completely reimagined way to experience Grand Theft Auto as both a player and a viewer. This video will give you a glimpse into the world of NoPixel roleplay. NoPixel hosts a myriad of characters, from satire to immersive storytellers. And with the 3.0 update, the developers have completely overhauled the mechanics to facilitate roleplay in the ever-evolving online environment. In RP, your favorite streamers and players will create a character by giving traits, strengths, and weaknesses, whilst finding their way through San Andreas.
Hello.
At the core of roleplay is interaction. Every player will guide their character naturally to progress in the world, and along the way will have to converse, trade, and plunder, with or against other characters.
Hands up, bitch.
No?
Right out of the gate, you will have endless opportunities to earn and spend cash with new activities, from making an honest living in sanitation to taking on new heists with your crew. The civilian and criminal world are perpetually intertwined. As a criminal, you'll rely on civilians for access to resources, services, and cleaning your dirty money. But not so fast. There are consequences to your actions in RP. NoPixel is manned by a police force with real players, complete with brand new tools to keep you behind bars, such as a new dispatch system, MDW, vehicles, and a fully functional department building. You'll have to play it smart to keep yourself out of the justice system. Not so lucky? Call yourself a lawyer, contend with the DOJ, and cut your time down with the Department of Corrections. As a civilian, the options are endless. Become a driving instructor, a salesman, a mechanic, impound employee, report the news, or entertain at a strip club, to name a few. But you're not just locked to the mechanics. As a role player, you have the freedom to create your own business with the ability to exchange items, provide services, or whatever you see fit. But watch yourself. The police are ambitious and might take any opportunity they get to play petty. They may write you a traffic ticket and label you as a criminal. But let's say you do decide to take on a life of crime and make yourself some illicit gains. There is serious cash to be made. Steal a car for scrap to trade, rob a liquor store, deal drugs, hit a bank, or shoot big and become a criminal kingpin. Let's say you want to earn some cash but not get your hands dirty. Run a meth lab and perfect your strain or even craft deadly weapons to sell. Once you've earned your cash, spend as you will on new opportunities. Purchase a car and splash on some new upgrades to compete with the top dogs in the underground street racing scene. Gun it too hard though and you might just find yourself needing life-saving medical treatment, which is why the doctors and EMS are here to help. The economy is an integral part of San Andreas. To stay as a thriving state, the new financial system will ensure the state doesn't drop on its knees. But fear not, players can elect a new mayor to lower taxes, or get creative and not heed to the will of the DOJ.
Abolish taxes entirely.
If you take that route, watch your back. The cops don't just patrol, they'll snoop on you if they suspect you of bending the rules. Characters old and new will have to start from scratch. A server-wide will provide the opportunity for everyone to start anew on an even playing field. The devs have been hard at work to build an immersive world and will continue to code new mechanics and implement new 3D assets, including new vehicles, environments, and clothing, continuously post-launch. Good luck and have fun. Welcome to NoPixel.
Alright, so now you know what NoPixel is, and that's irrelevant because 4.0 is about to come out. So tomorrow, it's always tomorrow. So I tried to get Coil to give me a little bit of a backstory to share with you all, and I got sent a link he did with Kotaku, so he was too lazy to kind of give me some personal insight onto it. So just a bit of history on NoPixel. So NoPixel's been going since 2015. Kind of roughly back when Coil started role-playing. He started to watch a lot of Arma 3 role-play. He was watching people like Lurk, Buddha, and he started to get into it in himself. And immediately he copped a ban. So he decided he would rather go make it a bit more fun for also content creators. So he went and started his own Arma 3 server and had its own custom map, and I believe it was called Silver Lake. And then eventually, people that started coming in there were people that started to form the NoPixel community. So people that that are core elements of what NoPixel is today. I was never on the Arma 3 server, but I know there are some people here in the audience that are part of it. And from there, they transitioned over to GTA. And if you're unfamiliar, if you're familiar about some of the role players that are on there, we've had some people like the size of Summit, Buddha, Soda Pop and Lurk, XQC, Moon, Pokimane, Valkyrie, and our boy Blue, who sadly passed away 2 years ago. All of you here, you're here because you're part of the NoPixel community. Can I get a shout out who here is actually a role player? So there's quite a few of you right now. And shout out if you're a viewer. So about even, right? That's good. That's a good even mix. I guess I'll just pass it on to you guys. So I'll go, Hado, when did you start?
About 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
It was 2019.
That's right, I got you on the server.
That's right.
I knew that, yeah.
Yep.
Sol, how long have you been on the server for?
Geez, probably near the tail end of 2.0. It's a couple of years. But I was like role playing in different servers before that.
Yeah. So like back in the 1.0 server, there's only like from memory, I think there's only like 32 slots, and like we've got about 170 now. And some of you are still sitting in the queue trying to get in. So from the popularity from where it's gone up to now is it's pretty good. Now we've got the public servers. Does anyone here play on public? Yeah, one guy. What's your experience? But so what we're really proud of is the community we built today. I've only been on the server since 2018, and then I didn't really get heavily into roleplay until 2019. It was because of Whippy. I was watching. I worked with a guy called Shaggy Steve, who was the VP of the BBMC at the time, and he said, "You got to go check out this guy Whippy." And while I was watching one of Shaggy Steve, Steve streams, this loudmouth, denim bucket hat wearing dudes come in, just held an Uzi to some like poor dude with a crappy microphone. And he's like, give me your fucking Oxley, you dog. And ever since then, I've been addicted to roleplay. And for me personally, I thank Whippy for it, who can't be here because he's too fancy over at Twin Squad right now. But yeah, at any point, if anyone has any questions, I can't, for some reason we have a smoke machine and I can't see. Is there any way we can get rid of that smoke machine?
He's the highwayman, of course. He's got to have
But if
smoke.
anyone has any questions, or if we have any role players in here that have any questions for any of the panelists, because I know some of you are viewers of some of the role players here. But until then, I guess I'll go along. Lozdog, do you want to explain your experience on NoPixel, how you got started?
My experience, it's been nothing but craziness, to be honest. Like, for the first few months, I was a civilian just working at Rooster's Rest, and all of a sudden I'm working at the tavern in Mirror Park where I'm suddenly being shot at by Pink Gang. So,
And now you're blind.
And now I'm a meth queen and Sis Folker's daughter at the HOA. So it's been pretty a crazy ride. I've been loving every second of it. It's been fantastic. Yeah, I'm having a great time. It's been so good.
All right, cool. Zed, what about you?
I've been on NoPixel for like just over a year now. I got denied 4 times trying to get in. Eventually got in, and then on day 2, I met Shano, who gave me a job at Hayes, and then all of a sudden BBMC just stormed in and started shooting everyone and taking names and stuff, which pretty regular for us now. And then, yeah, got introduced to everyone and found a fake dad along the way, you know. And yeah, just it's been crazy, like how big NoPixel is and the communities that get involved and just how dedicated everyone is. Yeah.
Cool. Brox, you're like one of the newest role players. Like, what's your experience with someone who just came in?
Yeah, I remember my first day. I was trying to steal a bike. I had no idea what I was doing. Went to the bike shop next to the pad, and yeah, got a gun pointed at me on my first day by Jesse. And shout out to Turtle as well, who plays Jordan. He was mouthing off at me too, and I just got told, "Piss off, get out of here." And I was like, "Oh, okay, this is what it's like."
You played Jordan or?
Yeah. Oh, role played as Jordan.
No, I mean like past. He's dead.
Oh, yeah.
Because he died of that.
Yeah. Okay. But it was actually Kefs who actually got me interested in RP at the time. So I was watching him on, was it IG?
Oh yeah, I was playing other stuff at the time.
Yeah. And then eventually he just started watching Pairs and found Whippy, who I don't think anyone can pass that fella. And yeah, it just became quite fun to play, and I've been in it for a while now. Not as long as these guys, but yeah, I enjoy it.
Yeah, cool. I mean, you played. You're an admin on the public server.
I am,
but
yeah.
You've been on just as long as me. Like, how did you get started?
How did I get started? So this is actually the same thing as you. So I actually got opened up to role-playing from Shaggy Steve as well. Used to be viewer, did a viewer, and then I got in. So I was in 2.0. So what happened was, in 2.0, I think it was like my first couple of weeks, I ended up meeting Whippy as well. So I met Dundee and ended up in the storyline of I'm the sister. So, so obviously my nickname is now Sisty in 2.0. And then I ended up going into the, obviously the police force in Whitelist. And then became a dispatcher, did all that stuff like that. And then I got the opportunity to go also to public as well, to be a cop. So I've also done that. Also, the other thing as well, from in the public server, I've become a trooper as well, so I'm one of the top notch. And then I had the opportunity to become an admin. So I'm on a little baby admin. So I love community. So I like doing the back end of stuff. I know these guys are all partners and all that, but I like the back end of stuff. So I tend to like events, everything. So you see me rolling around, you'd be like, hi, like that. But it's an incredible journey, and the amount of friends that I have met all around the world is phenomenal. It's like the best thing of my life. Like, this is like family to me. So all these guys are like family. But even though they give me shit sometimes, freaking my grandson down there. I'm very humbled to have met a big, close family the last 2 years. So it helped me through COVID and all that. So yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Good stuff. At any point, anyone in the crowd or anyone in Twitch, if you have any questions, I guess anyone in Twitch, just at me because I'm looking at, but anyone in the audience, put your hand up. We've got Townie, who plays a character called Fart. He's at the back. So yeah, wait, we have a question? Not yet, but yeah, just put your hand up and Townie will come over and ask any of the panelists. All right, what have we got? Ed. All right, I got a question for you. All right, how's it feel to be a gang member, gang roleplay?
Honestly, it's really awkward at first because you know, in real life, you don't even go up and talk to people. You know, you just kind of stand on your own. And then in game, you got to go and be like, hey, "Get off my turf, you dickhead! I'm gonna kill you."
G-checking.
You know? Yeah, G-checking. I had actually
What are you doing here? Did you call the boost, huh?
Someone on stream the other day called me a trust fund baby, pretending to be a bikie.
Wow.
You know, if he finds a trust fund, let me know. That'd be great. But no, it can be really awkward at times. You know, you have to get over that like fear of being silly, I guess. But you just feed off everyone else's energy. Like Junior and I kind of joined with the 3.0 at the same time, and we're hanging around at the same time. And I just sort of followed his lead on what he was doing, and kind of taught me the ropes on how to be a virtual gangster.
Virtual gangster. How about you, Sol? Because you primarily do gang roleplay, right?
Yeah, that's like my main, or I guess almost the whole time coming back to NoPixel 3.0. Before that, I was playing in like local servers and like in Australia and New Zealand. To be honest, it's like easy to get stuff and make money. So I tried other things before. So it's kind of cool to come back to NoPixel. I didn't really have any plans to BBMC, but after like 2 weeks, I just ran into them, and then the rest is history. But no, it's good. I think it's good. I think it's exciting. I think there's always something that you can do. And then even when there's nothing to do, you got to just like kind of just make do with what you have. And that's where I guess the creativity kicks in. And then you're able to, I always thought about it, you're able to just, I don't know, work with other content creators. That's why I always thought roleplay and NoPixel stuff like that is cool, is because you're just, I guess, subconsciously collaborating with like people all the time. And you're just enjoying it. So yeah, no, I love it. I think it's good.
Yeah, cool. All right, so a lot of the questions I got coming in are like, who was the streamer, who was the role player that got you into role play? Well, for me, I'll go first, was Whippy, and then I started watching Coil, and then it just started to snowball there. And I'm actually, like, I hate to admit it, I'm actually a bit of a Rami fan. So it's not something I publicly said it now, but I think when he plays Conan Clark, I think Rami's a dipshit, the character, not the role player. I think the role player's a dipshit too. But no, I think Conan Clarkson personally is like one of the funniest characters on the server to me personally. But Rox, who do you mainly watch?
Probably Kifs.
Yes.
You and Whippy and Zed when I have time between.
So you only watch the people you role play with?
Yeah, because I got to be a dad first thing.
What was the question? Like,
Which content creator got you into role play? Like, who do you primarily watch?
I started role playing because I got bored of what I was like playing and streaming at the time, and then I kind of ended up. I actually met, for those that know, I actually met Whippy. I'd done like a Twitch Rivals thing with him. I was role playing another server at the time, and then he told me to go for the NoPixel. I knew about it, but I don't know, it was really daunting because I did like NoPixel was like, oh wow, it's a big server. So I was like always too afraid to even apply, but he kept on nagging me to apply, and then this was a couple of years ago, and then I got in. But I guess as in the way of like people I watch, it's usually people who are streaming like when I'm not streaming. So like people on the other side. So Darth, I watch heaps of Darth. Like Rudy from Lost, because like he's on at that time. Some people from Hydra, because Hydra's usually on at that time as well. But
it's not good for Rudy. His gang's falling apart and he's sick.
Oh, is that? Wait, really?
Yeah, Lost. I mean, it doesn't matter. Lost is nearly off the map. So.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, so it's usually because I'm streaming during the day. I'll watch whoever at night. So
yeah, sick. All right, Zed.
Yeah, I got introduced to Whippy through a clip of him and Saikuna where they do this crazy jump over a hedge. So I think Whippy's a lot of our answers here. You know,
we're gonna have to start saying something negative about Whippy.
No, shout out to Whippy, right?
Screw him.
Come on, man.
Screw him so much.
But yeah, Whippy or Baz, because they stream during the day. But I think my first like NoPixel. I didn't even know it was NoPixel. I thought it was just GTA. Was Summit back in 2.0 with the racing scene. I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. You know, it was like a Need for Speed game, but so much more in depth, and you know, the cars looked way cooler than Need for Speed, and the graphics were sick. So, him and Blau as well. I watched Blau for a while. He's hectic.
Yeah. Ali?
If I say Whippy, what's going to happen with that one? No, it was Whippy, but I also want to speak with other like people as well. So obviously I was a cop viewer, so most of the time as well. So I was first a gang viewer with Whippy and stuff like that, but also a few other people that I like as well. So there is, obviously you guys probably know the president of the Lost, who is Rudy. So I've liked watching him, bless his soul. I like watching him. He's really good, got role player, so I got into the drama kind of thing of it. So I like watching him as well. There's a few other people like when they were first streaming as well, like Airborne as well, and most of the admins as well. Wayward, getting the feel of that drama. That's what I really like. So, but yeah, Whippy got me into the chaos. So. And I breed chaos when I go on the server as a trooper, so yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much the first I started streaming, and yeah.
All right, Loz?
For me, it was Milton, who plays Kiki Chanel,
Yeah,
and various other characters. I didn't know what NoPixel was at the time. I just saw them on my YouTube feed, and I was like, the fuck is this? And it ended up being this like chaotic mess, and then after that, I started watching Burn, who is probably my favorite role player on the server. Burn is just the funniest person alive, honestly.
Yeah.
And then since him, it ended up being XQC, Whippy, and Lycium. Their adventures of Benji. Yeah, those three were, oh my god, those three were like so fucking funny. Yeah, they were amazing. But these days I tend to watch like, you know, the HOA members, either Haxanova and occasionally a few cops, and a bit of Seaside and BBMC as well.
Yeah.
I actually didn't really watch any NoPixel roleplays before joining NoPixel. I did watch a little bit of Kiva just because I've been following her for years beforehand. But once I sort of joined the server and started playing, I watched Kiva more often, watched a lot of Elysium, a little bit of Whippy here and there. And these days I just sort of kind of, when I'm not role-playing, I'll lurk in the other streams. Like I'll lurk in a lot of Seaside streams. I'll be in Confused stream, like teasing his chat, which is also apparently Murray's girlfriend now. A lot of Seaside chats, a lot of Ash as well. And yeah, that's about it.
Hado?
Hell yeah. Mention Seaside, let's go.
Who? Sorry, who?
Seaside.
First of all, I got to shout out my Facebook homies, Mr. K, Rami, Rated. But no, I've been around for a little while. First of all, I started watching Kyle with Slim back in the day, and GDO Wise Guy, Just Jamie, Hoss, Rally, all the racing, all the drifting boys. And then, yeah, moved all the way, you know, obviously Whippy, BBMC, all the sort of OGs back from then as well. And then now these days I just jump around and kind of watch, kind of depending on what everyone's up to. So, yeah, a lot.
That's sick. All right, we got a shit ton of questions coming in. Loz, are you CG and why not?
Me? Yeah. Why you said that?
That is from...
They want to know.
I've already lost it, but there was definitely a question.
Secret underground CG player.
Yep, I'm the shadow leader of the CG. That's me.
All right.
That's right.
Mari, when are you joining Seaside?
Look, just because Murray's banging someone from Seaside, it doesn't mean she's going to join him. She's ride or die for HOA, sorry. She's Seaside at heart, though, maybe. Just a little. God.
There's a few ones. Has anyone on this panel not been affected by Norman Bones?
Fuck, Norman's a cunt.
Me! Not yet!
I think, actually, can we get a round of applause for Ziggy with his Norman Bones roleplay? Like, it's been really, really good. It's because of him I get to play a crow, and that's like some of the funnest shit to do. What else have we got? Yeah, is there any questions in the audience? Okay, we've got a few hands up over here, I think. Townie, do your job, fucker.
Hello? Yeah. All right, you up.
Oh no.
No.
Hello.
What's your
Cameron,
name?
no.
What's your name?
Hello,
Cameron,
I'm
no.
SpunX. I'm one of Ali's mods. Zed, would you like to say Ali's special word?
That sounds so weird when you say it like that.
Moist.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
I hate that word.
Oh.
I'm up.
And the second question is, what is the most memorable event you've had in NoPixel, and that's open to all of you?
I'm just going to jump in and say memorable. I mean, I hate that we have to say this, but like when the community got together after Bo's passing, that was, if anyone was in 2.0 and what we as a community did, that was, it was not only heartbreaking but heartwarming, because I think one thing to remember too is like, it's all role play. Like gangs have beef, you know. Some of you viewers, I hate to say it, you need to go out and touch grass because, you know, obviously you fight our battles for us online when we're fine. We're just fake people. But seeing that, like everyone just drop their guard, come together and be there for Bo, for me that was most memorable.
I was
for me.
crying so much with that.
Yeah, I cried my eyes out.
I associated with Bo like a few weeks beforehand during a 24/7 robbery. I think him and Abdul kidnapped me, and they went to a 24/7 on, what's that word? I should know this, I'm a freaking trooper. What's that word? I've been on holidays, I should know all the roads. It's the 24/7 near the hill, near the Vinewood Hills.
Near which one?
Behind the vault?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know that one? That one, thank you. Jesus. They robbed me, they took me there, and then the cops came, and next thing you know, Bo and me are in the back of an ambulance, and we were throwing up together. I don't know how, it just happened. Roleplay happens, it just happens. So, yeah, it was one of my best moments from Bo, and then when I found out, I was just bawling in tears. So, yeah.
What was the question again?
What was
You are cooked, mate.
Memorable moment?
The question is, when's the drift school going to be relevant? So.
He's cooked.
Now, what was your most favourite moment? What's the most memorable moment?
I think when everyone sort of comes together is probably some of my favourite. The breast cancer awareness event, I wasn't able to attend because in a different time zone than I was able to be around the server, but just seeing everybody come together for great causes, you know, whether it's heartbreaking, heartwarming, whatever it may be. When people sort of need help and need a bit of a push from the rest of the server to get things in character, just when everybody supports each other really is one of the big ones for me. When people start businesses, when the developers, huge shout out to all the devs for sort of supporting everybody's dreams and everything that everybody does. But when businesses come, like Mandem Records opened their new studio, that happened. When my character opened the drift school, and the whole entire server was there just to support. So just when everybody comes together and really helps each other out. So it's probably, there's nothing specifically, but yeah, some of those anyway. I mentioned heaps.
So, what's your favourite moment?
Probably, I think maybe last day of 2.0. Last day of 2.0, because I think we got to go blow up the Lost compound. That was pretty sick.
That day.
But yeah, I think just the roleplay with Dundee that day, like when he was giving Junior the cars and all that kind of stuff, and we actually didn't know what's it called. I think, if I remember correctly, I think they planned to shut the server down at a specific time, but then we done that roleplay and then they had to shut it down early for some reason, and like we like just done it, and then like 2 or 3 hours later they had to shut it down early or something like that. But yeah, either that or probably boys.
So your favourite moments when Whippy gave you all his shit? Like,
yeah, and then like went off in the distance,
Wow.
and I'm the
gave
winner,
it
I got the W. But yeah, either that or Broly Boys, bro. Broly Boys, yeah, that was sick.
Someone in chat said their favourite moment was when I got blooded out of the BBMC. Thank you for that. That was great. I love that. That was a great moment. All right, is there any other questions?
Yeah, I got one here.
All right.
How are you all?
All right, what's your name?
Good.
Matthew. I'm a mod in quotation marks for Jack.
Does absolutely nothing.
I'm
Not
so
as
sorry
very
for
good. I
that.
haven't been there for like
You're a
6 months.
Facebook mod. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I know. That's why I haven't turned up. Anyway, kind of similar to the last question, from memory, and this is for all of you, I guess. What's the most memorable moment where you've lost it laughing, crying, can't breathe? Like the funniest thing that you can remember that's ever happened in No
James
Pixel?
Randall becoming the BBC Prime
James
Minister.
Randall.
I'll do a quick one. There was a day where me and Junior got on the server, and me and Sol were on the server. We just didn't know what to do, and we ended up trying to scam people by selling them
Brolly
umbrellas,
boys, bruh.
convincing them they worked
Holy
as parachutes.
moly.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It was the Brolly boys.
That's
and
like
then,
Brolly boys, right?
and then we convinced Baz was like, this isn't a good idea, and then Hoss was like trying to very questionable
Oh my
accent.
God.
We ended up we ended up making like $9,000 just convincing people to jump off buildings.
So many
we're talking
H1
about this
members
the other
died
day,
that day.
We were talking about this the other day. I was, oh man.
EMS had a field day.
I almost passed out. I think Pez snowballs me. The guy, I think we sold it to him and we said, oh yeah, we'll test it. We went on top of the Flickr at Legion, right? And then he snowballs me to like punch him off because he was like hesitant. He was very hesitant. He didn't want to, he's
He's going for the whole,
trying to call
I
out
think
bluff,
this
you know?
isn't right, this is no value life. And we're
Yeah.
like, fucking get off.
And then he Pez snowballs me to punch him. I went and punched him off and oh my God, I nearly passed out. I don't know if you guys ever laugh so much like you get lightheaded. That was me. I lost it. I was so, holy jeez. But yeah, we're talking about, probably have to bring it back.
Yeah.
Part
What
two,
was
bro.
Mari's most funniest moment? You lost
What is this panel rated?
PG.
There's only 1,000 people watching, so go for it.
Just say it.
Okay, so this was after an arc where Ash got kidnapped and brainwashed by the Lost, and we were trying to kind of help her recover. And I do have a clip of it. I'm trying to find the clip. If anyone does have it and who are watching, please send it over to Pez. But there was this one moment where Mari was talking to KJ, who was her friend at the time, and she pretty much wanted to tell KJ, maybe Ash just needs a bit of Benji's dick. But instead of saying that, she kind of accidentally said that Ash needed KJ's dick. And I know he says to keep it in the family, but I don't think I meant it that way.
Yeah, accidentally.
I actually had to step away because I couldn't breathe. I actually had to step away for a good 5 minutes because I could not breathe.
I'm just going to spread these out because we've got half an hour left. Hutto, what's your most favourite moment? Funniest moment?
It's probably some very questionable things that me and Pez have done with a few of the guys, but I think one of them, my character owns a mechanic shop, and there's other mechanic shops, and when all the mechanic sort of stuff first started about a year and a half ago, there was a little bit of a war between our mechanic shop and another one. And we decided to infiltrate one day and go up there and try and ask them questions and find out how much all their stuff is and whatever, just to stir some shit.
Is this how we pretended to be Spanish?
Yeah, it was not good. On the way up there was like 6 of us in a car. We're all dressed up with moustaches on and bowler hats and all this weird shit and trying to do all these fake accents and voices to, try and make it not look like us. And I got there and I was the first one to walk in, and as soon as I went to do this voice, it just didn't. I just went, hey, how's it going? And it was like an hour leading up to it, and it was supposed to be undercover. It was clearly us, and no one else spoke, and it was just me talking in my normal voice. And it was, I don't know, it wasn't even that funny, but just the lead up to it, and just the anticlimax was just, I don't know, one of the funniest things. It was a good time.
All right, okay, moving on. Is there any other questions in the audience here?
Questions coming down. Coming down to the front. Ooh.
No, who's in front? Okay, yeah.
Oh no.
Hello.
It's Adam.
Can you take the
Oh
microphone
no.
off?
Can you please take it off?
Not this guy.
Not this dude.
Fuck Adam Prince.
So just for
Fuck
chat,
Adam
this is Adam Prince, by the way.
Hello. One, can I have a Class 1 bench yet? And two, when Saints and HOA go on a war again?
Can everyone in the audience do me a really, really big favour and give me a big collective boo?
Fuck Adam Prince. Bring it on, pussy.
Goddamn leader of the Saints. Jesus.
So you want a bench?
Is it possible?
Thanks. No, not for you.
I'll take the white list if that's possible.
Yo, can I have a bench?
Okay.
I'll take it.
I think we had a question up in the middle there. We had a hand up there.
Yes, come on. I'm just going to jump over you here, just jumping over you. Don't mind me. Oh, sorry. There you go.
Thanks, Tony. Sorry, you know me.
That was actually
Hello. Yeah, so there's actually been a few TM questions, actually, which is interesting. Actually, a question about 4.0.
Oh, here we go.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes, of course. Do you all see yourselves continue on from 3.0 to 4.0? Or do you feel like 3.0 is going to be where you do the big perma?
Like continue to know each other and roleplay together, you mean, or?
So we didn't realize until when 2.0 ended, we didn't know until like the day of, or the day before 3.0 started, where someone asked the question, it's like, hey, is it a full wipe, memory wipe, and can dead characters come back? And I was like, people can be creative, like create something new. So I really don't know. It could be one of those things where that's kind of a cool question, but if we're able to, I'll probably carry my character over.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll keep. Yeah, I need to keep him.
Right, would anyone want to perma their character before 4.0?
No,
Depends
just
if I roll for it.
I want to perma a lot more than just a character. No.
Wait, can we perma other people's characters?
Perma the BBMC.
I'll just carry the crow over. All right. Okay. Some of these are the questions that come in. I guess we'll just kind of quickly say these ones. Started from Jack, bring it back. What was your favourite arc in 3.0? Well, you haven't had an arc. You just bought a mechanic shop.
Yeah, I just self-insert and just drive around solo anyway. I don't really do much. But no, I think when we sort of first started in 2.0 and then across to the new server, for those that don't know, everybody had to sort of, character wasn't supposed to know anybody. You weren't supposed to bring anything across from the second server to the third one. All of the businesses were owned by admins, and whoever role-played that out was, potentially, got the business or got whatever it was. So me and Pez kind of rocked up to this mechanic shop that we'd done some stuff at in 2.0, and we just kind of, stood in there and said, this is ours. We hadn't even thought about it, we hadn't even spoke about it, it just sort of happened. And then all of the role play that led up to that, running into GDA, one of GDA Wiseguy, one of the admins' characters that owned a mechanic shop, and all the role play around that. Everybody that kind of worked there as mechanics and senior mechanics and managers, it's a legitimate business in a fake video game that you spend way too much time on. It's actually ridiculous, but just the whole arc around sort of starting there, not really even knowing that was a possibility. And then the role play around signing contracts and having the business moved over and having a launch and all that sort of stuff, and then being the owner of a mechanic shop in, NoPixel. So I think just that was a little while ago, but everything from then has just been a follow-on from then. And then I guess being a quote-unquote civilian, not really doing any crime at all, and now moving into with Seaside, which is a gang family in the server. So yeah, going from being a civilian, not doing really any crime at all in the last year and a half, to now moving into that, and all the sort of gang mechanics and warring and beefing and all that stuff that I hadn't really experienced in since 2.0. So yeah, just a switch up.
So your whole character story is your favourite arc?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Nice.
I've only literally had 2 arcs in a year and a half, so I had to mention it all.
All right. I'm just being conscious for time because how many questions we've got coming. Loz, same question. What's your favourite arc?
Favourite arc? Probably the one I'm in right now, where Lilith is now, I guess, blind. She has a scar like Sis now. She was kidnapped by Lizzie Byrne, was tortured.
She was caught lacking.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like
she was kidnapped as a means for Lizzie to get back at Nicholas Simone, because that's the only person she cared about, I suppose. So that current arc right now, role-playing being blind, has been really fun. I think to also answer the question of my funniest moment, it's probably most recently, having to roleplay being blind means I have to not react to anything dumb that's happening around me, and I have to just be like, whoa, what happened? So there was an instance where Nick was just complaining about how people in Seaside were jumping off buildings and dying, and then not only 5 seconds later, he jumps off a building and almost dies. And I watch this happen, and I have to be like, Nick, what happened? I just see him falling down and going, ah, it's so stupid, man. And there was like, before that, there was like 30 rented taco trucks just in the rental area for some reason. And Nick drove in, he was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, what's wrong? There's nothing unusual here. It's really a fun role-playing bring by at the moment, just having to not react to everything. It's great.
Cool. All right, I'm just going to skip along, so for time, Zed.
Probably Doc Wizard's character TJ joining BBMC from the cops, and like just his rise as coming from a cop and being this like crazy crim who I didn't even know half the stuff he did until he sat me down, a couple of weeks ago and told me I deal with terrorists and I deal drugs and stuff. It's whatever. It doesn't matter. And just watching him and all the conversations that happen around that, and he's just had so much growth, in his character. It's just it's been sick to watch and sick to be a part of.
Sick. Brox, you've been here for 5 minutes. What's your favourite art?
There's heaps, eh? Speaking of my character, he hasn't had much other than a down bad one, got caught for drug trafficking. But some of the favourite ones I've enjoyed is probably the Highwayman.
Oh, thanks, mate.
It's like, it's better than Home and Away.
My role play is better than Home and Away. It's sick. All right, is there any other questions in the audience?
Yeah, we got one over here.
Yep. Where are we looking?
Over there, on the left.
Can I say a personal hello to Ali? Because I've known her for years.
Hi.
It's Sarah.
Oh, hi.
So drinks later.
Oh, yeah, drinks.
But my thing is, I roleplay. I have roleplayed the same character for almost 5 years. And there have been arcs and there have been almost permas. But for those of you who have had that perma, what would be your most memorable?
Probably mine and Pez's characters, the Chads. They're
Oh, the
technically
Chads.
permanent,
I hate the
guess.
Chads. My
Oh, yeah.
God.
There's a character called Gary Roach. He's just his Ped's the like big buff guy, and we went around trying to get everyone to change their diet regimen to bull semen and acorns. So that's how we got so swollen. We just sit there getting lost in each other's eyes.
Yeah.
I remember you guys coming
They
up
were,
to
they
me
were, they
this
were
much.
as love with themselves as they were with each other.
Yeah.
And we basically just role played with each other around other people. But
Borderline
those characters
maybe.
ended up permering as well. But I thought that was funny.
I actually got a very quick question for everyone on this panel. Would you kiss a homie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
Yes.
us.
Depends.
Me and Jack used to live with each other.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing yes from everyone.
Absolutely.
You're asking us, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely depends on who the
Every night before
homie
we go to
is.
sleep.
Depends on
in
who,
the
though.
house.
Yeah, depends on the homie.
Antonio's got keys to my house.
Does anyone else want to answer that question?
Yeah. Going back to the perma, has anyone actually permitted characters? Like, not just like one lifer kind of muck around characters?
Nah, I'm too scared.
Close.
Yeah,
Close.
I will one day.
Close.
It's a good question though, because I don't think many people do it. Like we've probably all had the same character for a number of years now, and I think that's the kind of thing that gets ingrained in your community, gets ingrained in the
like a part of you in a
community, like
sense.
your social community and Twitch and streaming and whatever, and then your friends group in the server as well. So it's a good question that people don't really do it that often.
Good thing is to bait your audience into thinking. If you want to succeed or NoPixel, bait your audience into thinking you're going to perma, and then don't. All right, I saw a few other hands up. There's someone at the front.
Hands? Yep.
Yeah. Come on, Townie, hurry up. Come on.
Shut up, Pez.
I must give a quick shout out to our homie Dark Viper sitting up there. He's the second best speed runner to Modest Pelican.
Hi. With
Hi.
new characters, this is kind of for everyone, but whoever wants to answer.
It's Mary.
Hi. With new characters, do you ever kind of hesitate to even start a new character just because of the fact that your audience viewership might drop?
I'm over on Facebook, so I don't really care about viewership.
He signed that deal. He signed away.
Let's do whatever I want.
That's actually a good question, eh? I think it definitely is. Like, every time I made a new character, I'm probably not the best person to answer, but every time I made a new character, it's just been like for fun. So like, I guess I'm assuming you would mean by like if I was to make another one that I'll put as much time as my main character. Is that what you kind of mean? Yeah. I think definitely there is, like, is that kind of, I don't know, that kind of concern there. That, you know, that makes sense. But I think when it really boils down to it, it's just all about just like the role play and just having fun. So I don't know. For me anyway, it's kind of hard to think about that kind of stuff. It's like if I want to make a new character, I'll just make it and I'll just go and do it. And if people like it, they like it. If they don't kind of thing. So, but that's a good question, though.
Yeah. I mean, I love playing my character. It's one of those things like I like that people know him, and I think if anyone here perma their characters, I'd generally be upset about it. So and you kind of weigh on that too. So when I see someone when someone actually permas, you're like, shit, like, I hope they're okay. I always send them a DM going, you're good? And I'm like, nah, I don't give a shit. I'm overplaying them. But you're like, okay, as long as you're good. But,
So it's bawling out crying.
yeah, but to like make a second character, that's what me and Hutto did back in 2.0. We made, we came into 2.0 fairly late on our characters. Oh, well, he was part of BBMC, and when BBMC kind of dissolved for the 17th time in 2.0, Whippy knows how to run a gang. Rip Bozo, he's dead now, isn't he? Dundee's dead, by the way, if anyone's asking. We made hobo characters to go out there and just take L's, and we found that funny. And then I realised that character was like more enjoyable to watch than my main character. So that's
Same.
me personally. What's that?
I said same.
Yeah. Anyone else want to answer that?
Everybody should make second characters.
Make a
It's
second
It's a
character.
breath of fresh air.
I mean, I
See
have a
things
cop
from different
character, but
perspective.
like, for me, it's more so difficult not metaing anything as a cop.
Yeah.
Like, knowing where gang stuff
Typical
is and what
cops.
gang stuff, all that
It's
stuff.
the opposite with me as well. It's like
Yeah.
when you're constantly playing cop, and it comes to me as well. It's just the fact that you're trying to switch between the two is a little hard.
Yeah.
So I just go with cop.
Yeah, like trying not to know what things are when you do on the other character
Correct.
very well, but you're not supposed to because you're a cop. You know,
Yeah.
you're not supposed to know that.
Some
so it's
people
like,
can
oh.
do it. Some people can do it. Like probably Whippy can do it. Like obviously he can switch between Dundee and
My cop's pretty new, so.
So it's just a matter of just learning how to block off the meta, because you don't want meta. Meta is bad.
Yeah, I think for me personally, when I do different characters, it's more so you kind of want to try really hard not to hang out with the same people that you already hang out with on your main character, but you always end up being around those people anyway, especially during the AU-EU time zone, because there's only so many people who kind of
Can't get away from them.
You can't get away from
They're
them.
everywhere.
There's been multiple times where I've like made one-shot characters or other characters, and I've gone, all right, I'm not going to hang out with the HOA, I'm not going to hang out with Seaside, or I'm not going to hang out with any of those people. And then like 2 seconds later, Ash will be like, hi, how you going? What's your name? And I'll be like, shit.
All right, we're getting into the last 10 minutes. Does anyone answer that? We find we do rapid questions. Anyone else have questions in the audience? This lady here. All right, okay, why they're passing over? Okay, just say one person, don't give an explanation why. Role player of the year. Who should get role player of the year?
Whippy. Sorry, that was just
I
just
think
one
Space.
thing.
Me personally, Space Boy. James Randall's just too good.
Psychata.
Oh, yeah. Psychata.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably James Randall.
So Space Boy.
I don't know. I can't even. There's so many people.
You can say yourself if you want.
Oh yeah, me then. Yeah, it's good to me then.
Typical.
Space Boy or Burn.
Yeah. Space Boy.
There's so many
No one's
role
upset they
players,
didn't get
right?
mentioned.
Mandem Crow. The Mandem Crow.
I'd say GDO Wise Guy. GDO Wise Guy when he gets off his cop character.
I reckon Eagle's great.
Yeah.
Eagle's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, Ziggy as well, actually.
Oh, yeah, Ziggy.
Definitely.
Been good, yeah. Question?
Hey, how are you, team? We've all got to start somewhere. So before you landed on NoPixel, what servers were you on and for how long? And starting with Solid Kifs.
Wait, where are you?
On the
left.
Are you a role player?
Yes, I am, yeah.
Who do you role play?
Who do I role play?
Yeah.
Cubics.
Okay, right,
Yeah.
you sound familiar. All right,
Yeah.
so what was your question?
So before you started on NoPixel, you got to start somewhere. So what server were you all on and for how many years?
I feel like this is a question for me to start shouting out servers that I used to play on.
We're actually all contractually
let's
not
just
allowed to say NoPixel is the best.
All I will say is that
There's other roleplay servers other than NoPixel. Wow.
I want to be honest. I would rather sit in NoPixel queue for like 10 plus hours than like have to go through putting up like with other servers like shit. I'm gonna be real. It's cool to kind of check it out and stuff like that. But yeah, especially if you're streaming, it can be that bad. But I'm not gonna. I'm just being real. I was being honest. But no, I
There are
enjoy
good
NoPixel.
servers out there, but there are some dog shit servers. It's
Yeah.
It's just a matter of finding them. It's like needles in the haystack.
But yeah, I think to be honest, the very first ever server that I played on roleplay, I probably broke a bajillion rules. I had no idea what I was doing. I just thought it was GTA Online. I think it was like a very early version of like Bluebird or some shit like that. But I had no idea what I was doing. I was running around like red tights on and jandals, and I thought I could just shoot everyone. I probably broke. Yeah, I probably broke each. I don't even know how I
He was RDMing everyone.
That's RDM and LVL.
Exactly. I thought it was GTA Online. But yeah.
Hell
I
yeah.
killed lots of people though, so that was pretty sick. So. But yeah.
Lady in the middle, you've had your hand up for quite a while. Townie?
Thank you. Pass it down, pass it down.
Shout out to Townie, by the way. Thanks,
Yeah.
man.
Thanks, Townie.
Thank you, Townie.
What's your name?
Hi, my name's Maddie. I'm from HOC. HOC represent. And my question is, if you could play any character just for a day, besides someone maybe in your gang or what have you, who would you play and why?
That's a good one.
Huge question.
Oh, wow.
I've always wanted to play an animal, but now I get to do that crow role play lately. So that was kind of always my dream to do crow role.
Yeah, I'd probably roleplay as the murder crow. I want to spend a day shitting on people.
Kyle Pred. If I get to have his voice.
Who?
Kyle Pred.
Kyle Pred.
Kyle Pred.
Yeah. I feel like it'd be fun to roleplay as.
Good question. It will probably be Nikita and Tessa. I'll probably play Tessa.
Tessa, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
I love her.
taught me.
I love her so much.
Yeah,
Probably Johnny Silverhand, that Burn played. I think that was some of the most funniest stuff ever when he was like doing all the scuffed emotes and stuff like that, and just it was so good. I love that. Yeah, Johnny Silverhand for me for sure.
While we're going along, if anyone else has questions, hands up. Who's on the back here?
Rapid questions, people.
Go on over there.
Rapid questions.
I'm being as fast as I can here. Come on.
Run, Henny, run.
Who had the hand up? Oh, thank God.
I was just kind of wondering what you guys do to stop metaing from, say, your cop character to your crim character. Any tactics that you kind of use for people who are new to having two different mindsets?
I play the one character, so I carried all my gang information over.
Like, but if anybody goes from, like, say, a cop to anything, or like even
Typical.
watching like other people's streams or anything, how to not bring that knowledge into city? Like, is there something that you do?
You just don't.
There's an easy one.
You just don't.
If you are not, if you're not sure if you know what your character knows, just ask your chat.
Yeah.
They will tell you whether you have heard this on in character.
your character more than you do.
No. I hear stuff all the time, and I'm like, I swear I know that, but I don't know if I just saw a clip or saw it on YouTube or saw it on Reddit. And I'm like, chat, does Shane know this? They're like, yes. So and so told you. I'm like, all right, hell yeah. Easy done.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the answer is just don't. Don't be a fuckhead. That's the answer.
Don't be a fuckhead, please. Do not be a fuckhead.
Anyone else? I believe.
Had to be on the other side of the room.
Making him run. We're making him run.
All right, so some of the weird questions. So someone said, Zed, you're actually quite handsome. Basil was right.
Bazza is really tall, by the way. I still
Basil,
can't get
if
over
you don't
that.
know, Basil Gazza, who plays
eh?
Barry Benson, who killed and murdered Dundee, who's now dead permanently. Yeah, he's a very tall dude. Question.
Hi, I'm Leo.
Hi,
I played
mate.
Kelly Dean on Whitelist. I know 4.0 is coming out tomorrow, but did anyone have any additions personally they would like to see, like extra business mechanics? Personally, I'd love to see tax returns. Maybe I'm that boring, but I think that would be fun.
You are the worst.
I actually like that.
I need that, bro.
Are you trying to give the
need that.
judges a bit more work? Holy crap.
That was going to happen, right? There was going to be taxes, and then people were like,
I
no.
thought you said taxidermy. Like when
Taxidermy? What?
I mean...
Oh, the Rangers
Bring
will have a
taxidermy.
field day with that.
Taxidermy.
kick the corpses of permanent characters. Yeah, that's
Michael
sick.
Simone. Michael Simone comes back.
Oh my god,
No, in that same kind of vein of things, I want to see more than just one conglomerate. I want to see like at least 2 different kind of major conglomerates rather than just say just Cerberus.
Yes, I agree.
Like, more than just the one.
So a lot of on that, a lot of people say it's like, oh, the server's like, oh, it's who you know, it's how big you are, the stuff you get. I'm telling you, it's if you come up with a really cool idea, the devs jump on it. The devs are actually very approachable. I'm not saying don't go fucking spam the devs, all right?
Please don't.
I'm gonna clip that. No, the devs.
They're gonna clip that.
I can't remember his IRL name. He plays Barbas. If you've been down to Dodo, he's always the
Oh,
guy handing out.
Zagnar.
He just had a really cool idea about doing a dig site, and the devs like, this is awesome, and they're building it right now. You know,
Doing a what?
a dig site.
Oh, dig
Oh.
something else, bro.
I think so.
Yeah, shout out to Babis. He's adorable. He's the best.
Yeah, we love you, Babis.
That's a good thing you bring up though, because a lot of it, yeah, you know, if you have more viewers or you're a bigger streamer or whatever, you get everything. But I've seen so many people that don't even stream, you know, not as many viewers as someone else, but they just provide great roleplay, and the developers are definitely always around the server, always flying around, having a look and seeing what people are up to. So even with drifting, I even just make shit up. If I want to see something coming with drifting or coming with haze, I just tell people that it's coming. And if you say it long enough, sometimes it happens.
Real.
Like custom tattoos, they're coming. Oh, it's a promise.
It'll eventually happen. The more you tell people, the more people will want to see it. Then they'll go, hey, if everyone wants to see this, let's make it happen. So
Hey, yeah, where's my custom tattoo? I paid for it. Where is it?
that's how Pez bought his
I bought a
Porsche
Porsche
game.
with it, and I bought a lighthouse. And
Where did this money come from?
It's that lighthouse money. I love that lighthouse arc. All right, we got like 4 minutes. Okay, any more questions in the chat? Anyone here? Feels like we can't.
Yeah, we got one here. We got one here.
Come on here.
Coming up front here. Coming up. Thank you for not making me run so far.
This one's for Boxer. I know you did wood carving a couple of months or up to a year ago, but what do you find yourself doing more now? Is it the wood carving or doing NoPixel?
Both, to be honest. Yeah. But I still try and keep my main like content, which is my culture. But yeah, that's probably why you don't really see me doing much in the server. But when I jump on, I try and do as much as I can. It was easy though when my character got locked up for 5,706 months. I just carved, yeah. So I couldn't do anything in jail. So that's 7 days of carving, yeah.
Carving in jail, bro.
Nah.
I remember there was a discussion at PD. It's like, who locked Brox up? You like put Brox away, the nicest guy on the planet.
I was Nova, that's why, yeah, watch out for your other eye.
That's going to be a civilian job in 4.0, wood carving.
All right, we are getting on time. So just a few questions here. Just a quick one. Advice for first-time role players that are shy. My advice for that is just say yes in roleplay. If someone's asking you to do, that's a grey area. If it seems questionable, don't do it. But if someone's doing something cool in roleplay or they want you to help out, just say yes. Never like be scared. Everyone's very approachable. If they're not approachable, they're not really on the server for that long. You know, say yes to roleplay. That's essentially what I say.
Get kidnapped.
Yeah, get kidnapped.
Get kidnapped.
Just let it happen.
Just don't be afraid to take L's, honestly.
Yeah. Send it, bro. Send it. See what happens. See where it goes.
A lot of people say take an L character. Yeah, I mean, Hutto's been doing that since the start. You've seen the Driscoll and Hayes, you know.
Yeah. I was actually going to say before when the question was what character would you play, I'd probably play Jordan Walker to see what it's like to have a successful mechanic business. That's how we go.
But that's we are right on time. So yeah, I'd like to thank everybody that came today and everybody watching online. I wish we could probably go for another. I could feel like we go for another hour. Some questions, but I guess on behalf of the rest of the NoPixel team, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. yeah, they've got a lot of big plans. We've obviously, Coyle's talked about the Red Dead server that's in the works, the hardcore server, and obviously 4.0. So yeah, thanks for watching, keep watching, and I guess we'll hopefully see you next year at PAX if we do it again. And thank you to our panelists.